The following podcast may be explicit. One Joe Young presents Adventures from the Shed, a tabletop RPG podcast. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com. Fresh from their victory over the witch and her scarecrow minions, the party explored her hut. Mr. Joshua, played by Chris, set off a trap on a treasure chest. Tielen destroyed the trap. Then Noctra and Calvin joined in to gather the loot. Enjoy the podcast.
Hi, and welcome back to The Shed for Adventures from the Shed. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com, on iTunes, Facebook, Twitter, Stitcher Radio, Google+, Bing, all over the place. Again, if you like us on iTunes, if you find us on iTunes and you like us, give us a good rating. It will help others find us on iTunes. We are going to go around the table and say hi, starting with...
Hi, everyone. This is Mickie. I play Noctra, the Paladin of Vengeance. That has been quite ineffectual the last couple of fights. Hopefully,
Not very vengeful.
She'll redeem herself.
You soaked up a substantial amount of hit points.
Yeah, that's what I was. I was the point sponge.
You were the sponge so that Tielen could absolutely destroy
You're definitely sponge-worthy.
everything out there.
Yes.
Sponge-worthy.
Yes.
And I am Kurt. I am playing Tielen, the wild mage sorcerer, half-elf monster of destruction, who destroyed a monster witch, a bunch of scarecrows, and some floating hands.
And floating hands. And
I also bubbled on Mickey's arm.
It happens,
She didn't like it.
yeah. And I'm next to not bubble on her arm. I am Joe. I am playing the human cleric Calvin, who is a cleric of Gopeler. And next...
JJ here, and I have been wildly ineffective at actually killing the party, so we'll see if we can get something going.
Noctra was pretty close.
Sure was
Very close.
But Noctra doesn't constitute the entire party.
No. But speaking of the entire party, we still have our special guest.
This is Chris here. I'm playing Mr. Joshua, the rogue and member of the Order of the Feather.
And at that point where I was saying the whole party, everyone was injured. Heck, Calvin was down from 75 to 16 hit points.
I was at
Tielen
11.
Was at 11. Even Mr. Joshua took
The 20
points.
yeah, the treasure chest really
Yeah.
it's a little worse.
Right. So I think at any given time, the entire party was down below half, not counting the rogue who was out sniping at stuff, which makes sense.
Doing my
That's
Like I
job.
said, I've been ineffective at actually killing the party.
Actually killing? Yes. Coming close to killing? Successful.
Quite successful.
So speaking of, in our last episode, we started the episode in the middle of the fight. So we had the scarecrows still remaining, the stink cloud that the witch left, and we fought our way out of that. Calvin brought the Light of Palor, of course, to help Noctra, and made sure Tielen got out of the poison cloud and all that. And what else happened? Who else remembers?
It's taking some more pot shots against Baba Lasaga.
Mama Lasagna. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just-
that hut tried to kind of spirit her away, but her hubris proved too much.
And it had druidic tendencies. The earth was coming up to...
Yeah, that was kind of weird. But then the way JJ worded it after, it sounded like it was an illusion the whole time
All
anyway.
illusion.
It was
But,
the spell Mirage Arcane.
Ah.
But in the end of the day,
There we
that
go.
missile was too much for Baba Lasaga.
Yeah.
Lots of fireballs, didn't put her down.
Fireballs and an arrow to the face.
But a level
Yeah.
5 magic missile.
Lesson learned, kids.
Yeah.
Sometimes the best tricks are the cantrips.
That's right.
Ah, I like
Level
that.
1.
Ah,
Level
write
one.
that down.
Yeah. Sometimes the best tricks.
And then
are
we
the
found a
cantrips.
sweet treasure chest after Mr. Joshua took the hit for us.
We got handled.
Yeah.
Four spectral hands of some kind came out.
Didn't
And,
get handled. Yeah.
fortunately, I had magic missiled them in one shot, but then we found lots of gold and gems and
Found the gem we were looking for.
scrolls and bullets and pipes. If only we had a bard.
And then
If
a
only.
little
And
an
possibly,
illusionary baby.
yeah, Strahd baby.
Strahd baby. I know there's a lucky stone too.
And
Does
the
anyone want to
and the flying
attempt to
skull.
identify it or spend some time with it magically?
I think that's a kind of thing that Calvin would do. I think Calvin would spend some time with
alone
objects
time?
to learn about them. Maybe.
Okay.
And if the rock is on something, he would spend some time to get the rock off. Yes. It's
He
a
likes
singular
to get
rock.
the rock
Get
off.
your rocks off.
It's just one, though. It's lucky.
Oh, yeah.
Counts as
lucky
two.
rock.
Alright.
Pew, pew.
And does anyone here actually use
I have detect magic if it helps, JJ.
like stones, bullets for slings or anything? I
I do not.
didn't.
Neither do I.
Okay.
Not my kind of thing.
Did we pick up the musket from the tomb? Like, are these bullets that would work in the musket?
If we picked it up, I still don't know anyone has paid any attention to know how to use it. But that would still be a pretty darn cool thing, because that would be some serious flame of Palor right there. Get that shot of gunpowder out of the end.
And what does the oil of sharpness do?
I'll tell you in a second.
Cut
Oil
yourself
and
open
sharpness.
and you're in trouble.
This clear, gelatinous oil sparkles with tiny, ultra-thin silver shards. The oil can coat one slashing or piercing weapon or up to 5 pieces of slashing or piercing ammunition. Applying the oil takes 1 minute. For 1 hour afterwards, the coated item is magical and has a +3 bonus to attacks and damage.
Good Lord.
That's pretty damn cool, but
That's
you
pretty nice.
need to know you're about to get into a fight.
We need to coat our swords.
Yeah.
Dip the wick.
You spend some time with the pipes, and this is what the pipes look like. They have like little skull motif. They're carved out of bone.
That's kind of interesting. Okay.
And if you are proficient with wind instruments, you can use these pipes.
I don't blow.
They have 3 charges. You can use an action to play them and expend 1 charge to create an eerie, spellbinding tune. Each creature within 30 feet of you that hears you play must succeed on a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or become frightened of you for 1 minute.
I think I could achieve that just by trying to play them.
That's fair.
Yeah. It's whatever I played.
So,
would
like,
probably
in the
make
middle of a
things
melee,
frightening.
Calvin's just going to sit down, pull out his pipe, and
Yes.
just start.
Maybe like Zamfir, master of the pan flute.
Snake charmer.
And then
the
the other
stone.
thing, we talked about the lucky stone.
You will be my
Oh,
lucky
wow.
stone.
While this
Madonna?
polished agate is upon your person, you gain a +1 to ability checks and saving throws.
Huh.
So if no one has a +1 to saving throws yet, you can use this to increase it.
Interesting.
It would not work for the paladin because she's already
No.
got the +3. It wouldn't work for him, the sorcerer because he's already got the +2.
I guess it's mine.
Apparently,
Okay.
Calvin, you made out like a bandit.
So I get a +1 to ability checks and saving throws.
ability checks and saving
I
throws.
will not remember that, but I'm going to write it right here where I won't see it.
There you go. Sounds about right.
Yep.
And then throw it on the floor.
And then
Yeah, I will shortly after. So as long as I have my rock on, I'm all set.
do not throw the rock.
Yeah. The first thing I'm going to do is throw it at
Throw the
something.
rock.
Throw the rock. Go payload.
Don't throw your Johnson either.
That's Kurt's staff. Actually, I guess.
But you should
Tielen's
probably break
staff.
it over your knee.
Yes.
Are
break
we
your
still
Johnson
calling it
over
the
your knee.
BFSOD?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Boomstick.
Oh, boomstick.
No, it's the BFSOD.
Yeah.
Big
I can
fucking
remember that,
staff
that's what I'll
of
call it.
doom.
Yes. Bifsad.
Bafsad.
Bifsad. You have to say that anytime you cast a spell from it.
Facade!
All right. So we have rested. We are still in beret. We're all still wearing berets.
Berets.
And
Belly flunch. Ooh la la.
where are we headed next? The crazy wizard is somebody we still have to deal with.
Let's
Cross
go.
Or actually, we have to seek out his counsel or advice or something. He's a purported ally. We had something of a prophecy.
We
Kurt?
did have a prophecy, Kurt.
Yes, one of the cards or prophecies given to us by the Madame Visani, I can't remember her name, but
Ava.
Madame Ava, who read the Taroka deck for us, said that our
She was the
greatest
queen gypsy. Whatever.
our greatest ally will be a wizard. His mind is broken, but his spell is strong.
Yeah, this guy's off his rocker.
And we already know from talking to other people that he is like in a house by the lake that moves, and he randomly shoots lightning bolts and things across at people.
Yeah. His
Just-
house like shimmers in and out of view or
Yeah.
something like that. We heard
Yeah.
a bunch of those things.
So he's gaga goo.
Yeah.
But we obviously need to go meet with him.
Yeah, our approach must be dark and impenetrable like the night.
I've got invisibility if that helps.
That helps.
A point of
that helps
reference:
awesome.
Paylor can penetrate the night.
We don't want to do that.
Palo likes
We
to
wanna keep the
penetrate
night.
lots of things. Huh?
Yes,
We want to be like the night.
but that
Hold
is not
on
light.
to the night.
Yeah.
But I like light.
No,
Paylor
we
is
don't
Hold
wanna
not
on
do
light.
to the
Memories.
memories.
Richard Marx.
Yeah.
Yeah, never Richard
Give
Marx.
you
JJ.
more.
We're going to have to edit that Richard Marx
Shaking
part
his
out,
head.
probably.
I'm not going to share this episode anymore. Sorry. Actually, I like Richard Marx, but Off you go.
I like them too.
All right, so we are going to find him. Now, was that off of Lake Zarevich?
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
All right, so we're headed back north.
Bring it on.
After that harrowing fight, we definitely need more allies. And if this Mad the Mage is an ally, go Baylor. Let's find him.
And if not, we can just steal his staff.
Do you think that you want a third
many
staff?
more
How many
staffs can you
staffs
have?
do you need?
You've only got 2 hands.
Maybe you want a staff.
You want me to hold your staff for you?
Do you think he wants to build a Travois?
You could build a Travois with all of your staffs. I don't know what a Travois is, but okay.
So this guy lives in a house that moves.
Or shimmers in and out of existence and maybe moves like something weird
So
about
it might not move at all?
I don't think it moves like the last house moved. But maybe it does.
It teleports?
This will
Barovia
not
is
be
weird.
difficult at all. Let's go.
Do we have, as characters, do we have a map in-game, like an overview map like this?
I think someone probably could have sketched a rough sketch out.
And
I'm
as
just
a
curious.
paladin,
Can I contact any of my
Plus we
brethren
walk.
about
wait, no.
whereabouts?
As a paladin,
whereabouts?
I have excellent memory of maps and geography, always recalling the general layout of terrain settlements. So after some time in here, I could see.
So Noctra's
Noctra.
on land
That's
duties.
part of the
It
text.
says it here.
Nice. From what? Like, what is the
Background, Outlander, religion, feature.
Oh, it's your Outlander.
It's a feature.
I was going to say, and if she gets lost, she can't be afraid,
There you go.
which
Yeah.
is pretty cool.
She's a wanderer who can't
She's
be afraid.
never up the creek without a paddle.
Nice.
Sometimes up Schitt's Creek, but I always have a paddle.
But it looks like we've got to go to the north of the lake to Sandwich Woods up here.
Spallage.
Yeah, that too.
Sandwich Wood.
Yeah,
I thought it looked like Snatch from here because of the angle. I was like, that sounds cool.
That would be interesting.
I don't know. It sounds a bit fishy to me.
What is by a lake?
What? Yes, it's by a lake. That explains it.
Some moistened drink is handing out swords.
Yes. Watery tot.
Watery
Yeah, we-
pod.
Now,
She'll dump the scimitar at me. There's our Monty Python reference for this time.
is there a certain region the house is appeared, so we're not looking at the whole one side of the lake?
And
or-
again, it appears randomly wherever it is.
So we approach stealthily.
So
Or
you are
something.
actively engaging stealth mode.
Calvin, don't
yeah.
do
Well, I would
that.
like to ask my anyone in the order if they've last sighting of the house.
The last
We
sighting
could
of the house
try to lock down a
was on the west side of the lake.
Okay.
West side.
It's a West Side
Bow
story
down.
then.
Yeah.
When you're a jet.
Hey,
Hey.
Calvin,
We take a
Oh,
boat
no.
ride?
could I borrow that flute from you? Because
Yes,
I
of
just,
course.
as we were walking, I searched my feelings and memories and realized
I
that
can
one
blow.
of my tools is a musical instrument.
Well, that's great. Here, you hold on to the flute.
There we go.
It's pretty spooky. You have to blow through someone else's bones to make other people frightened,
That's kind of messed up,
isn't it?
She's blowing boners.
Do you have a little bard in you? Like, what do you?
Well, you want one?
Only every once in a while.
Do you want one? Hey.
Only when I find a nice town I like,
You have a little sorcerer in you?
Every once in a while, too.
It's not so little anymore. He's got an extra quarter inch.
Noctra gets around.
So it's like 2 1/4 inches.
Who is that champion?
Who's that guy?
It's the only source of it's the only outlet of aggression she has, other than violence.
So let's approach the lake,
West side.
west side.
Which is going to
west
work
side
for
of
us
the
because we're
lake.
coming up that road
Yeah.
right there.
We're coming up here. We'll pass through that crossing again.
Yeah.
And we can notice that our handiwork still holds a sign up.
Yeah, it's
Provided we actually put it back in the right orientation.
it's listing a little bit, but it's holding.
All right.
Can I cast invisibility on myself?
I don't know. Can you?
I can.
Okay.
And then
How long does that
take
last?
my winged boots and fly up over our party
Okay.
to keep an eye on. So it's up to 1 hour of invisibility.
All right.
There you go.
And how long can you fly for?
Up to 2 hours.
Okay.
Nice.
I basically don't want the wizard to know I'm there if possible until
All
I
right.
decide.
So you're just gonna kind of do what's your fly speed?
30 feet.
30 feet.
Same as walking.
Okay. From your higher vantage point, you have a greater chance of spotting the mansion. And it doesn't take too awful long. You're about maybe a third, 2/3 of the way through the daylight. When you find it nestled on the edge of a cliff.
And just so you know, I take it back. I have 4 hours on the boots.
Okay.
Nestled on the edge of a cliff over here on the west
So
side.
like, it's been constructed or created where no one would live in their right mind. It's like it's
Is it
off the overhang,
off with the-
and then it's just
Yeah.
kind of
Braced.
sitting there, like yeah.
So we're gonna pull
Like-
a lethal weapon and just knock this thing.
How
right off
convenient
the
that someone who isn't in their right mind lives there.
Yeah.
Can I mess with him by flying up, knocking on the door, and then hiding?
You want to
yeah.
play
Doorbell.
Are you gonna take
Ding
some?
Dong Ditch with a crazy wizard?
We can leave a bag of flaming poo.
That's going to go over well.
Lit with the light of Baylor.
Damn kids.
So can we all get up there, or would just I be able to get up there?
Might as well do a recon.
Yeah, you do a little recon. There you go.
Come back and see what we got.
Yeah, so I'll cruise on up there and sneaky and invisibly, like, check it out as best I can. Look through the windows.
How's the cliffside look? Can we try to climb that?
It's scalable for sure, but it would require some rolls to get up over it.
Calvin doesn't climb well,
Oh yeah, I'm not carrying him.
not particularly.
Got to tie a rope around his belly and drag him up.
Yeah. I could go piggyback on Noctra.
Or not. I like my idea better.
All right. Go Baylor.
Let's see what we got.
What'd you find?
Do I have to roll a perception check or investigation?
Let's do
or-
investigation.
All right,
Let's
which
do an
is,
investigation.
what's the modifier?
Int.
Int.
Intelligence.
That's not great for me, but it's not horrible. Int is going to be a +1. I get proficiency on that, right?
I don't believe you do.
No, I don't, actually. So 5. That's not going to be very good. How can I be invisible with winged boots and only get a 5? Like, that doesn't make
Well,
sense.
I mean, you've observed that this is definitely a mansion of some sort.
Perhaps I should take a look
so
around.
useful.
Golly.
How about you lend him your boots?
How about he just turns into
I could just turn into a raven. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
that's
that's
no
true.
big deal. Let's do a flyby.
Is this whole place magical? Would it help him to use Arcana instead?
Oh, this place is definitely magical.
Use our clock.
I got Arcana. I'm proficient in Arcana.
Okay. See what you know
Let's
about.
try this again.
See what you know about this spell.
A 2.
A 2 on the die.
Nice.
2 plus 3 plus.
Hey, it's a mansion.
That's
Go
horrible.
Baylor.
It's still a mansion. It's somehow
Yeah.
sitting on the edge of this cliff.
But now you know it's magical.
I'll do a flyby. 18.
18. And this is an investigation roll?
Correct.
And you fly right into the invisible sorcerer.
Yeah, you fly into the window pane
Oh.
and knock yourself unconscious.
I'm dead.
That would be awesome. What's in there?
No, with an 18, you can see that there's only, despite the size of this building, there's only one door in the entire thing. There's only one door, that one point of egress in or out.
No windows.
No, there's windows, yes, but they don't look like they open. They look like they're just constructed as
For
an
decoration.
afterthought.
Windows are for decoration.
So we're not
only.
crashing through windows, is what you're saying.
Pretty much.
Okay. I'll return and let the party know what's up. We got 1 point of entry.
That's good.
Unless anybody's got any way to get through walls or anything. You guys got anything
The
crazy?
Ding Dong Ditch idea is sounding better. If we get him to the door,
Yeah. Payload will provide
Maybe
us
we
with
can-
it.
Well, he's going to come out shooting. That's the thing.
We can get him to the door. I could hold monster him.
I have this idea for a badger.
Suppose we built a large wooden badger. I think a payload will provide the way. We just have to make our way through the door. How do we get to the damn door? I can't climb a cliff like that.
Yeah, I'm assuming if we're trying to make our way to the door, can we do that stealthily, or is it like there's room where it's like open space and people are gonna see us?
Honestly, the best way to approach this would probably be to do like a rappel down from the top of the cliff. So it would be better to get to the top and then rappel down.
Okay.
And you think it's going to take about a day to get to the top.
A day.
A day.
To get to backtrack a little bit and go out and around and climb the side of the mountain.
Can we assume this place won't move though?
wait, do we still have the floating skull? Do we still have the floating skull?
Yeah,
but none
we
of us
can't.
knows how to control it.
Yeah, we'd have to figure out how to move it around. Unless anybody's got like mage hand or something that could, or any telekinesis type.
I
thing
do
to
have
move
mage
it.
hand, but it's only up to 10 pounds. Skull is bigger than that, right?
Yeah. So there we are. Let's give it a shot. Let's make our way as quickly as we can above it, so we can try.
Yeah,
and
it
find
might
our
not
way
be there by
down
the time
to
we
it.
get. That's the thing. We're taking a chance.
Well, it's better than sitting around here all day waiting.
We can just try the front door. We try to.
Can we
sneak in.
just say, "Hey, you wizard"?
Well, we could try to pick the lock and get in the house. I mean, maybe he's not looking. Yeah.
Okay.
It's risky, but
Why don't you pick the lock and I'll go in invisible behind you?
I will follow you guys. Go, Pelo.
All right, let's go. Front.
Can we stealthily make our
frontal
way to the
assault?
front door? Well,
It's. Maybe I didn't describe this very well. You come to the base of the cliff.
okay.
It's up the cliff on a little overhang, and then there's
More
more cliff
cliff.
above it.
Oh yeah.
So
So we're
we have to
climbing either
climb.
way. We're either climbing or going a long way around.
You climb down or you climb up.
I think you and I should go get him out. It's going to take them a day to climb. The house could move. It could go away.
Well, if you can carry my stuff, I could just fly up there, and then you and I are up,
I can carry your stuff.
and then
I mean, reasonable.
many feet?
then we could throw some ropes down, and it'd be a little bit easier for you guys to climb up if you have something like us helping you at the top. Does that
I
work?
like it. That'll work. Sounds like a plan.
I mean, we may get hit with a fireball while we do
Well,
it, but
yeah.
it's cool. You know, that's the price you pay for being a hardcore adventuring dude.
All right.
All right.
So the plan is to be a were-raven and. Excuse me. So, no. That was a nasty burp. Apologize. You'd be a were-raven, fly up, be invisible, fly up, and then throw ropes down to help these guys get up.
Yep.
Okay.
Go, Pelo.
Go Palo. All right, plan in action. You guys are up there on the overhang. You're looking for like a little outcropping to secure the rope for, and you're still a were-raven,
Well, I know I have to turn into human form.
still in human form.
Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as I get up there, I can switch.
And
can you get the globe?
you
of
hear a
invulnerability
call
up?
from the building. Hey,
Get off
what are
my
you
lawn.
doing here?
Get off my lawn.
You
And
kids
he's-
get off my cliff.
And he's looking straight at you, Kurt. He's
At
looking.
me?
Yep. Why you're invisible?
I ask him if he wants to buy any Girl Scout cookies.
What are those?
They're yummy bites of deliciousness
Made
How
of
are they
real Girl
made?
Scouts.
Made with real Girl Scouts. Yeah.
made by brownies. We're here looking for the wise, illustrious, intelligent, and powerful,
And perfectly sane.
and perfectly sane mage of Lake Zarovich.
Don't patronize them.
I have no idea who that is.
Do you know of the mage of Barovia?
I have no idea who that is.
The Grand Wizard of the Realm.
Doesn't ring any bells.
Well, would you just invite us in for a cup of tea?
I haven't had tea in a long time. Huh. I guess I'd have to get a kettle.
I could boil the water for you. I have a very high charisma, by the way.
I know.
I'm very charming.
You just tell them, I have a very high charisma. Just
By
so
the
you know.
way,
Yeah.
Most people find me charming.
Did you happen to bring cups?
they look at each other.
I do have some.
Did we establish if there are
utensils.
any cups in the armor for the breasts?
Yes, but
Yes.
I'm not taking my armor off
Those are
so that y'all can drink
teacups.
tea out of my booby dents.
I do have some cooking utensils. Perhaps I have some cups in there.
I have a couple of flasks.
Oh, that'll work.
Yeah, but then it'll be hot and it'll burn your hands. And no, tea's not going to do it. I can't invite you in for tea. I'm sorry, no.
I could cast frostbite on your hands to cool them down, and then we could drink from our hands.
No,
No,
that
he's
doesn't
crazy.
sound like a very good idea at all. That, but what are you doing on my porch?
We were sent to find you
By who?
by the Great Silver Dragon.
The who? What now?
Noctra, how do you think the conversation's going up there?
Probably not very well.
You don't think so? I have great faith in our friends. Copelo.
Is he just really paying attention to him?
Yep, pretty
Okay.
much.
I can't remember the dragon's name.
Argenvost.
Yes, by the great and wise Argenvost. Do you not know him?
No, I have no idea who that is.
What is your name, sir?
I don't know.
Oh,
Oh, that helps.
what is this place?
The place where I live currently.
Does it have a name?
Home.
Did you ever know a barkeep at the Blue Water Inn?
No, I don't know what Blue Water Inn is.
That's the place where they first invented the little puck you put in your toilet that turns the water blue.
Oh, wow.
I was thinking about wherever it was. We had the barkeep who only said one thing.
Yeah, so it's a five coins for this, 10 coins for that. 5 coins for this, 10 coins for that.
Well, I must have been mistaken. I was looking for a great and powerful wizard who is destined to be our greatest ally in our battle against the
maybe he's
evil
in there
Strahd.
behind the curtain.
But
Strahd.
yes,
What business do you have with Strahd?
we're destined to defeat him, to banish the devil from this place for all of time.
I would recommend not doing that.
I know everyone recommends that we not do it, but that doesn't mean that we won't.
I recommend we do it, actually. I'm the one guy.
No. And I was told that you would be our greatest ally.
By who? Like, who even?
How is he dressed?
Oh, disheveled. Beyond disheveled. Like, the beard's, like, parted halfway.
Like he slept on it or something?
And one's, like, up
Matted down.
over. Like, it's like the world's best
It's like a
comb over.
A comb from under.
Right? No, it's written.
It's a comb from under.
It's fate. It's written in the stars and in our cards. Everyone
I'm
knows it.
gonna start throwing a rope down.
Everyone
Yeah,
knows
go
it
for
to
it.
be
Get
true.
these guys going here.
Everyone except for you, it seems.
Well, how come you throw the rope? What's with the rope?
Oh, we have a couple friends that are gonna join us.
And he looks down. He goes, oh, well. And he casts Mass Fly on you, too.
Mass what?
Mass Fly.
Oh, so now
You can fly.
we can fly. We can fly. We can fly.
Now we're
we can
surrounded by a
fly.
swarm of flies.
Yeah.
That's massive fly. Well, the conversation must have been going great, like I said. Look, we
just
got invited right up here.
No fireballs yet.
Focus.
High five. Go Baylor.
Why are you looking at me?
Come.
Okay.
Sir, have you heard of Baylor?
Her name does ring a bell.
Great. Look, I'll show you. Here's a scroll for you to take.
And what is it?
It's all about Baylor and how he can help you find your way. We need to bring you to the light, sir. Living on a cliff is kind of dangerous.
It is.
You need Baylor.
That's why
to
I live
protect you.
here.
Go Baylor.
That way no one can get here. Why are you here?
To spread the light of Baylor, of course.
Does anyone else live here besides you?
No, it's just me.
Is there anyone else here we could talk to?
Can I eat a book?
Yes.
I'm hungry.
What would you like?
No one's asked me that in a long time.
Everything here tastes like chicken.
I could use some mutton.
And bad wine.
Do we have any lamb around
Some
here?
mutton.
I want mutton.
Get some lamb. Can't really get any.
How about
It's Barovia.
we might have mutton jerky left over from Strahd's
Hey,
place.
whatever it takes.
That's true.
If you give us a chance to have that, I'll hand it over to the guy.
Sure.
Some kind of meat jerky of some type.
So you take your pack off and you start
Yeah.
digging through.
Oh, sure, yeah. Baylor will provide. I told you. All we had to do is get to the door and look.
He starts gnawing on it. I was incredibly famished.
Are you feeling better now?
I am.
Great.
I'm still confused as to who you are, though, and what you're doing here.
We're adventurers. We're here as...
I thought I established that no one's supposed to visit me.
We're not visiting. We just came to ask for your help.
To defeat Strahd, I wouldn't recommend that.
Well, I've got this sword, and she shows him her sword of... What is it?
Strahd killing.
It's the sword of Strahd killing.
Yeah.
The sun
Plus
sword.
one.
And we have ambrosia.
Oh, yes. I have this sword
Sun
here.
sword.
Look, it's lit up with
You
the
have
flame
some
of
powerful
Baylor.
artifacts.
And we have the boomstick staff of power.
Yeah.
Oh. He lovingly looks at the stick.
No.
All we need is a
I have a staff
powerful,
of defense I'd be happy to share with you.
the powerful wizard like
I've
yourself.
lost my staff. I don't know where it's at. I don't know where my spell book is either.
We can help you look for it. It's probably in
So
your
you
house
are a
somewhere.
wizard.
I guess so.
The light of Baylor could help us find it. And I cast the light on my shield. And
Perhaps we should come inside. And sit
yeah,
down for tea.
I tried to take a step
So
past him
as soon
to
as you
look.
actually cast a spell in his vicinity,
Yeah.
the little marble of fireball points on the end of his.
That's great. Now let's go in and look for your stuff. And I just walk into his house. Stride confidently and tell him I'm going to help him look for his stuff.
Like you belong there.
Yeah. Let's go check it out.
Okay.
I mean, if the guy's
And
insane,
he walks behind you.
I'll just play to it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not all that intelligent. And he said he might know Paylor, so he's my buddy. Let's go in your house and we'll find your stuff. What does the spell book look like? I assume it's a book with spells, but is it like bound in human skin or something?
Oh no, not human skin. No,
Oh,
it's,
great.
It's actually you skin.
Oh, mine.
No, you
Me.
Lamb.
Lamb?
Lamb,
I'm
yeah.
not a lamb.
No, you
I
are.
am a lamb of Palor.
But a you is.
So you, but not you, and a lamb.
Yes.
Okay. Does anyone know what the old man's talking about?
Look for a furry book.
Oh, no, I deferred it.
He shaves it once a week.
Okay,
Okay.
so let's help you find your book.
Yeah, I'm just going to start looking around for the stuff. He
So we
had
can
a
help you
staff and
find
a
your
book.
memories.
So
Yeah.
then,
I figure
so
I'm
while
not
you
going to
guys
be
are,
the diplomat, so I'll walk around trying to find his stuff while Tielen tries to get more out of him.
and you guys like walk in, and it's all basically just like open, empty space. And he goes, "Oh, I'm supposed to have furniture," and he waves his hand, and furniture appears.
That's
Can
great.
Can I wave your hand and make your spell book appear?
Apparently not.
Noctra, does the couch go with the drapes?
Yeah, the couch goes with the drapes.
So he has some design sense at least.
Yeah.
Okay.
You tried to defeat Strahd before.
I did.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Let's try it
Do
again.
we have anything that could restore his memories?
There's plenty
He's
of us
forgotten
here.
who he is.
Yeah, lesser restoration, that's a condition. Is memory loss a condition? Can I temporarily help him? Let his mind return for a brief period of time. And then
madness?
scorching ray his crazy old ass.
Old man has amnesia. But he remembers something. He could cast spells. He remembers how to do things.
I have that. I can have that as a spell too. That's one of the spells. But yes,
But I dropped
the
something.
scroll. Yeah, I had already handed him a scroll of Palor, but I could use a scroll of greater restoration if I knew it would actually help a crazy person.
It could.
Yeah,
The craziness is artificial.
probably brought it on himself in some way, but magically. Well, let's let Tielen give him a couple of more do-si-dos and see how that works out.
I was gonna say I've
Smacked himself in the face with his headphones.
Check my staff to see if I have any diplomatic type spells, but I do not. I do not.
Okay. So let's. I don't know. I guess I could use the scroll of greater restoration, and let's see what it does.
All right.
Then,
We can always buy more with our 1300
Anything
gold
to
pieces.
restore his mind.
yeah. Well, it will restore his greater mind. That's a good thing.
So, greater restoration. You imbue a creature you touch with positive energy to undo a debilitating effect. You can reduce the target's exhaustion level by 1 or end one of the following effects on the target. An effect that's charmed or petrified the target, 1 curse, any reduction to the target's ability scores, or 1 effect reducing the target's hit point maximum. And when you use greater restoration, if you've seen the fog that is in people with Alzheimer's eyes, that immediately goes away and his eyes get bright and knowing again. And he goes, "Oh God, I've been waiting for someone to get rid of that mind blink spell."
Oh,
That what? Mind blank?
Mind blink spell.
go Palor.
Go Palor indeed.
Who mind blanked you?
I did.
Why would you do that?
I wouldn't
to-
recommend it.
To heal.
What do you mean?
I had to heal after my encounter with Strahd.
How long ago was this?
4 years ago, 5 years ago, I came here to defeat Strahd. And he's unbelievably powerful within his own realm.
Okay.
What's your name?
Yeah, I'm Mordekainen.
Mordekainen?
Yeah.
That name sounds familiar to me.
Yeah, it sounds familiar. Like it was in some book I read called what was it, Dungeons and Dragons or something.
Yeah.
Go Palor.
My name is Mordekainen. I'm from not from Barovia here. I heard that this great evil existed, and I wanted to see if I could put it to an end.
What happened?
I underestimated him vastly. I noticed the artifacts you've collected will help, but no, without having the source of his powers, it's not going to help.
What is the source of his powers?
You need to find a book or something. There's a book, like a journal describing his ascent. He was imbued with dark energy by beings older than time itself. And
Cthulhu.
because of his own power lust, they trapped him here to live for eternity. And they trapped all the people in this land with him.
I think it's time to break your staff.
Yes. Break the staff.
You did say he's incredibly powerful in his realm.
Yes, and there's no way to lead this realm while he's in power. I tried repeatedly to go back and see if I can't muster some more friends of mine to defeat him, but
Is it possible to transport him to another plane?
It is not. This plane cannot. The only plane that can be accessed from here is the astral plane.
Go pick up some Githyanki. Hey, make it a party.
That's where you ended up when you did the potted plant thing, right?
That's true. I spent a little quality time on the astral plane.
Yeah. Huh.
And there's no way
May I have your names? I have told you mine.
I am Mr. Joshua.
Is Mr. actually part of your title or your name?
It's just a title.
Okay.
Oh, I'm Calvin.
You're Calvin.
Of
There's no
Baylor?
Mr. There's no Mr. Calvin of Haler?
I've never gone by that, no.
Okay.
Just Calvin.
Noctra.
Noctra.
Say Calvin the Great, maybe.
I'm Tielen.
Tielen.
Calvin the Awesome. Calvin the Carrier of the
I am
Light.
Mordekainen of the Forgotten Realms.
Calvin.
And I am the greatest wizard from where I come.
Oh, well, I could have embellished a lot more on my name, too.
Shut up, Calvin.
Go Baylor.
You've done enough with the restoration of my mind. I
then
don't
I
know-
am Calvin, restorer of the greatest wizard from where he came from.
Well, you can definitely put that on a resume.
You could totally put that on your resume.
I still need... If I am to be your ally in this fight against Strahd, I will need to get back my staff and my spellbook. I lost it sometime after the fight with Strahd at the waterfall.
Where is this waterfall?
The Sarah Falls, I'm sure you know where it's at.
Sarah?
Oh.
It just happens to be on our map.
It's a silent T. Okay.
Oh, it's a silent T. Okay.
That's the Teaser Falls. T-S-E-R.
Well, we can help you look for your staff and spellbook.
I
And then
don't.
together we'll defeat Strahd.
I think for now it would be best if I maintain the illusion of who I was, so that Strahd doesn't suspect anything.
Agreed.
So you're going to go back to yelling at people for being on your cliff.
Outside of game terms,
Yes.
he's not going to become an active party member
Yeah.
because,
Right.
20th level wizard is.
No.
20th
You've got to
level.
make sure the kids don't come onto your porch anymore, so we'll go look for your staff.
Well, that we need to find the journal. Right?
Yes, the Book of Strahd. The only thing I can remember is that it was in Argynvost, I think. Yeah, it was Argynvost.
Well,
Last I
crap, we
heard.
just walked by the place.
Well, then you know exactly where to go. Good.
Ah, shit.
So what do we have to get in Argynvost? The journal?
Yeah, Strahd's biography, apparently.
Yeah.
Strahd's biography. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
But
Don't
his-
forget my staff and spellbook either.
The staff and spellbook at the falls or at Argavos? Do you know?
They're at the falls.
Is there anything in the spellbook that we should pay attention to that will help us defeat Strahd?
Actually, there is something you should pay attention to, and he goes to shake Tielen's hand.
And?
He goes, that hand can now hold the staff and book. I wouldn't recommend using the other hand.
He only wants you to touch. No, forget it.
So you can't switch hit anymore. Okay.
Yeah.
Left hand only.
Or right hand only?
No, he's warded your hand so that you can grab his stuff for him because it's heavily warded.
You can grab his junk. You can't touch old man junk unless
Grab his
you've been
pieces of
properly
power.
prepared.
he gave you some protection.
Awesome.
Is there anything else I can do to aid you?
I was about to ask the DM the same thing. Is there anything else he can do to aid us? Can he cast any long-lasting protective spells?
Or can he imbue any of our items with something else, another power?
How many potions of healing do you have here?
Yeah,
Because we could sure drink the hell out of them.
I could brew some up if you wanted to fetch my staff and book now. I could have it ready by the time you get back. And I'll move the mansion somewhere more
Accessible.
accessible.
Well,
Yeah, if you move it right down here in the southeast corner of the lake, that would be very convenient.
That has not been modus operandi so far. I don't, like I said, I don't want to draw any attention to myself. I'll make sure to cast a few lightning bolts tonight.
Yeah. He can just set it on autopilot or something.
So you think we should go to the falls before we go to Argynvost?
I would appreciate that. That way I can give you some assistance.
Great.
The falls it is.
Let us go
Off
to
to
the teaser
teaser.
falls. Yes.
Teaser Falls.
Caesar Falls.
How long does it take us?
With the mass fly that he gave you,
Or can he just move the house first and then?
with the
Yeah.
mass fly he gave you, you guys can coast pretty quickly. Walking back's going to be the pain.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
I'm curious if this is where he fought Strahd. And you may be about to read this, but is the land like scarred and scorched where they fought?
I
or-
mean, it's been 4 years,
Oh.
but the magic devastation that was wrought is noticeable.
I would assume it's on a pretty big scale, having Strahd and monkey naming guy.
Monkey Rom.
Mordekainen.
Yeah, that guy.
Monkey Rom.
Mordekainen.
Monkey ramen. Yeah. Those that follow him are Mordekainites. Yeah. Although they were all killed. Yeah. They've been wiped out. But it was for a good reason. Because Baelor said they had to go. So, all they well, so we reached the falls.
Mhm.
The teaser falls. And
there's nothing special about the falls. There's nothing.
Is there a hidden cave behind it?
Behind the
or anything?
falls?
There's no hidden cave, but it is in the pool. So someone with a
detect.
decent constitution that can hold their breath, or maybe cast a spell of water breathing or something like that. But you're gonna have to actually go under the falls, and be pounded on. By the
I mean, I
water.
have assisting stuff, but I don't have anything to do.
I think my con is, 18? Do I have the highest con?
Yep.
Yeah, probably. I have a.
You're gonna have to.
I'm going to have to doff my armor.
Yep.
Well,
expose the wobbly bits.
It takes me 5 minutes. He actually wrote it on my character sheet. It
Yeah.
takes 5 minutes to take my armor off and 10 minutes to put it on.
That's
You guys
pretty fast.
we can just
considering-
play some. We can play some music while you do it.
turn around. Nobody look at my girly bits.
She's my cherry pie.
Oh my god.
Play the flute, man. Play the flute.
Cat scratch fever.
All right, you guys watch my back. But
She's
don't
a
look at it.
Just don't look at it. Watch my back.
She's a brick.
Ow.
Mighty.
She's going to jump in the pool.
All right, so we're watching her backside.
And I don't think. I mean, aside from guidance. Actually, hold on.
We know. Can we see
Wait, can
them,
I
or do
take-
we need a detect magic to figure out where they're at, or
Yeah, detect magic would definitely pinpoint where it's at inside the pool.
do it up, sir?
My sun sword.
Uh-huh.
Can I use the sun sword to help me find it? Ask the sun sword if it can sense the staff and
It
books?
wouldn't be able to do anything like that. And you also got to remember that he imbued one person's hand with the ability to touch it.
So
Well,
we got to.
as long as I don't touch it directly.
Are you going to stab it? Like, you going to kebab it and bring it up?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I was thinking gloves or
pouch?
something. Or a
Wrap it up in
pouch.
something?
Pouch?
Yeah.
Some kind of net or something?
Yeah.
And the sun sword would provide illumination, so I would be able to see
As
better.
long as you don't drop it, yeah.
As long as I don't drop it. Well, pirate it.
Would
You
it
know-
expect? Would
You're going to pirate a lightsaber in your mouth?
Yeah.
Is it expected that she would end up needing a saving throw at all in here?
Yeah, this should be a skill challenge, and this is going to be a group skill challenge. So think of what you can do to aid.
Well, we can tie a rope around her to pull her out.
So I wanted to do two things before she went underwater. Cast both guidance and resistance. Guidance will give you a D4 to one ability check, and resistance is a D4 to any saving throw.
And
Figuring that she could use the help because she'll be all on her own underwater. That's my assistance. At least to start.
Globe of invulnerability do? Is that like just protects against magic?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have Ben Luck that I could give her bonuses on ability checks and saving rolls as well.
Okay.
2 sorcery points. Target creature has a bonus or penalty 1d4 on any attack
Which
roll.
is it?
And
Bonus
I can
or
wait
penalty?
until she needs it.
Yeah.
And I think I can wait till she rolls, and then I can Ben Luck.
When you see the big bubbles of water come up and out of the top you hear her scream, then yeah, it's probably time.
That is probably
She can
fine.
roll, but I have to do it before any effect occurs.
Ah.
Look at me, rules lawyering it.
And I don't know if we want to play it out. I don't know how you wanted to do this, but I could also use thaumaturgy to help in just little ways here and there. Try and move a little bit of water or something.
Okay. So let's do a help check on your end. You may use either wisdom or Constitution.
Wisdom. Oh gosh,
What is this guy's name? Is it
8.
Mordekainen?
Mordekainen.
Mordenkainen.
Is he a real Forgotten Realms character,
He
like
is.
Elemenster?
Yep.
He's
like-
a real
that's-
back from
like,
original
like
D&D.
old
He has
school.
spells named after him.
Yeah.
It's not Mordecai, it's Mordekainen.
Mordekainen.
With a T or a D?
8.
An 8. That is one failure.
I think it's this.
Nobody marked that. Yes.
That was just a practice run, guys.
It
Can
was.
anyone
Yeah, hey.
can anyone do help, or is that a skill?
It's everyone has to help. You got to get
Yeah.
5 successes before we get 3 failures.
Okay.
So what can I roll?
You can roll Constitution or you can roll Athletics
Let's see.
because you are actively swimming.
And I would be
Constitution's
Dex or Con?
How are you going to help? In what manner are you helping?
That's a good question.
Hey, you want to give her your boots? I don't know. Will it help? No, not. Never mind.
Our boots
yeah.
are swimming.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she can fly out of there though.
Mhm.
Unless-
16 on the dice
16 on the dice.
plus my Constitution modifier.
Are you doing Constitution or Athletics?
Con
Athletics should be way higher.
Yeah, plus 8.
No.
plus 8.
Might want to do that.
It's plus 10. Oh, we don't add
No,
this.
remember,
It's
yeah.
just plus 7. All right. That's what. I can't see that. Is that a 6?
You said it was 16, didn't
16.
It is 16. Yeah.
16 plus 8.
How are we helping?
24.
underwater?
you? That
While
is
she's
one
underwater?
success.
One success.
What's that?
Just trying to think of how I can help her while she's underwater, other than maybe just Ben Luck when needed.
Yeah, bend luck when needed. So you're basically keeping the you're bending her luck in such a way that the currents, rather than pushing her away from the item, are driving her closer toward it.
So do I roll that like a check? I mean,
Yeah.
because Ben Luck just gives her a bonus when
So
she rolls.
roll it as charisma, and
Okay.
you're using your main thing.
Okay. Oh my god, I can't roll. Can I
Stop.
put that dice in timeout?
Can you
That die-
bend luck and re-roll?
No, but I could.
Stop helping.
Ha. Just let
I
him
could
die.
use Tides of Chaos to get advantage on
There you
any
go.
roll. And then you can do wild magic on me whenever you want.
Exactly.
Let's see.
Put it right in the pooper.
You could do wild magic on me.
18
whenever
There
plus
you go.
charisma is 5 plus.
There's 2 successes.
That's better.
So you feel the current, the water, rotational force of it from the fall. Instead of it going against you, all of a sudden it drives you forward, and you're that much closer to the item.
Are you going to
I see.
hold my wild magic surge?
I am.
Okay.
Do I see it? Am I near it?
You can see it. How is Mr. Joshua going to help? He's kind of holding on to the rope a little bit.
Yeah, just to kind of keep it. Or if she gets knocked out or from something,
Okay.
I could pull her back.
I need you to make a acrobatics check because the current grabs the rope and it threatens to rip it out of your hands.
Okay.
So you got to kind of catch it again.
14.
All right, that is another success.
We have 3 successes.
We have 3 successes.
Is it
And,
up to me to fail again?
It is up to you to fail again.
Outstanding.
So,
Well, we could say that one of
you-
my the guidance was one roll, and the resistance was another. Or I could use thaumaturgy to try and move things. That's a whole move around Earth or stuff, just a tiny bit, nothing that really normally
So
makes
you're
an
going to
effect.
use thaumaturgy to part the water via...
A little bit. The idea that maybe when she's going to reach towards the thing, the currents right there can be stilled so she
There you go.
doesn't
Let's do it.
don't slip with
And
the net.
maybe I could use Mage Hand for the
Yeah.
same thing.
Red Sea style.
Hey, that's a 19 on the die. Biatch.
That is 4 successes and 1 failure.
4 successes, 1 failure.
Up to you, Mickie, to fail away.
Don't say that. All right, so let's try to grab the items and put them, or use
So
the pouch to
One
hold them.
last powerful
One last
breaststroke.
powerful breaststroke. Oh shit!
Her breasts aren't that powerful for
No.
stroking.
That was a 3.
It's the ace bandage around.
11. It was an 11.
Not going to do it.
Yeah, so Mordenkainen is kind of a big deal in the D&D world.
All right, Kurt.
Yep.
We have 4 successes and 2 failures.
All right. I will charisma Mage Hand to part the waters in a way that would be advantageous to her.
Or maybe you can
Get the
use
items
Mage
closer.
Hand to kind of tip the items up toward her.
Whatever works.
So I can grab them
And
in the pouch.
I don't know if I have to pick it in advance, but I would want to use. Can I use Tides of Chaos again? If I have sorcery points? I think I can.
If you want Wild Magic to go off while you cast Mage Hand,
If I roll and fail, can I then decide, or do I have to do it before the roll?
I'm going to say you got to do it before.
All right. Since it's 3-2, I'm going to do it.
4 to 2, so yeah.
4 to
this
4
is-
to 2. I'm going to do it and take my chances. 20 and a 12 on the dice.
All right, so roll on the table for me.
Roll on the table. Hang on, I got to plug myself back in.
He turns into a plant. I'm grabbing his staff and breaking it over.
Dude, I've already been a plant twice. If I go plant again,
But
I might lose my fucking shit.
That is a success, so
We're going to roll you up and smoke you.
the staff and
Book.
spell book, wow, are safely within your keeping.
So D100, we do the percentile.
So now
and the
I
10.
need to be pulled out.
Yep, now you need to start pulling out.
All right.
But
Tielen, this reminds me of a time when a follower of Paylor was able to part the Magenta Lake, and it was able to let people go.
The magenta lake.
Yes. What?
You sure that was
Hey, Paylor, yes, go Paylor.
66? 66. Up to 3 creatures I choose within 30 feet of me take 4d10 lightning damage.
Well, we are the only 3 creatures
Wait,
within
there's
4.
probably
I will choose none.
Is there some fish in here or something?
it does
can we
say
zap
up
some
to
Up
fish?
to 3 that I choose.
0 is a number.
Yes.
Up to 3.
Exactly. I will choose no creatures to take lightning damage.
Yeah,
Go Paylor.
So your hair just kind of goes on end real quick.
Oh, yes. He's like a Van de Graaff generator, and everyone stays away from him just far enough.
All right. I'm not a plant and I'm not blue.
All right. So
Fantastic.
the rope is used to haul her back up to the surface quickly. All right. And now you got to make it back to Mordenkainen.
Here you go, Tielen. You've got the special hand to touch that staff.
So we have a staff and his book, his
Yep.
spell book.
Is it both items? You need the special protection. Okay.
Can I tell anything about the staff when I hold it?
It is a rival in power to yours.
Oh dear.
What happens when we break that one?
We divide by 0.
Well, since I'm not
Find
going
out.
to take it without his permission, I will simply grab it, and I guess you guys can't fly anymore, so we'll have to start
Yeah.
our walk back and
We all have to walk.
Yeah, that's what he said. It would be a long walk.
back through.
Back past Valaki and
Oh yeah.
all those places.
Any random encounters?
Oh, yeah. It's a bit of
This is during
Bit of a trick.
this is during the day. He let you sleep overnight and everything. So, no,
All right.
How long?
it takes most of the day. You get there right as dusk is starting to fall, and true to his word, he's got the welcome mat all rolled out. It's not midway up a cliff or anything.
Excellent.
And he's got his old alchemical set all set up, and he's got 6 potions of greater healing set up for you.
good
Excellent.
deal.
Kurt will make a record of this.
He says that he imbued a carpet. It's like a runner, just a real narrow runner, He says that if you lay this on the floor anywhere and you all step on it, a mansion will spring up around you. So he's imbued a runner, a carpet, with Mordekainen's magnificent mansion, the spell.
Cool.
What does that do?
It makes a mansion.
It makes
A
a mansion,
mansion?
wherever
Yeah.
you want it.
That's what you said, mansion. I heard
Yeah.
magic. Okay.
It's a magic
Mordekainen's
house.
magnificent mansion.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It is a safe place to sleep at night.
Oh, there we go.
A really big one.
Yeah.
That would be useful.
Yeah.
That'll come in handy. All right, let's go kick some dragon's ass.
Much better than a walking tree stump.
So did we gave him back his staff and
Or a
spell
flying
book?
skull.
Yeah.
And he presumably used that to give us this. to
He's
imbue the
like, it always astounds me how not waterlogged this thing gets.
Before we leave, I would ask him if there's any other advice he'd have for us before we go to Argynvost, which is our next stop.
I don't have any other advice, but I do want to give you one last item, and it's just a sending stone. He's like, when you guys are finally ready, crush it. I'll beat you there.
So it's a.
So it's just like a summoning stone. It brings
for
it
him.
to us.
Yeah. It sends out the Mordekainen show up now signal.
It's the back signal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey.
The
So-
wizard signal.
So is it? Shall we take that to mean that you'll be our ally when it's time to fight Strahd?
It will be because I can't get out unless he dies.
No one can get out.
Nobody can get out.
Dun dun dun.
You get in, but you can never leave.
Awesome.
Okay.
Well, that's a good.
Sometimes kind of like Hotel California.
Yeah,
You
he
could check
checked
in.
out. He checked out, definitely. We checked him back in.
Yeah.
That's a good. That's
was
a good way to
checking
spend an
out.
hour. Is meeting a super famous illustrious wizard, getting a staff and spell book, and
Yeah.
getting a mention out of it.
That's a pretty cool
And an
way to do
ally.
it.
I like it.
Probably a good place to wrap up for this session.
I think so.
Let's go kick some dragons'
A little bit
ass.
early, but
Yeah.
we can talk about
What's the
what we're
plan?
going to do next.
Yeah. So what's we going to do next?
Well, what do we know about this? Is there really a silver dragon there, or what's going
The
on?
Silver Dragon has long been dead. He was the first one to. He's one of the first adversaries to die to Strahd. He was a symbol of hope in the land, and then Strahd snuffed out that hope.
He does that a lot.
Yeah, he does. Strahd likes
Party
his
crasher.
people to be,
Yeah.
forlorn.
Do we know anything about what, if anything, is there now in terms of good or evil?
Assuming you've seen the Revenant from before, you can probably assume that the building is full of those things.
But the Revenant wasn't evil.
Wasn't evil, but was defensive.
Had a singular purpose. It had to get somewhere.
Well, it was a singular purpose to kill the minions of Strahd.
Yeah. I
Which
mean,
is
when
why
we
it was
saw it, it was
attacking
marching in one direction. I guess that's what I meant, yeah. And we aren't minions of Strahd, so we're probably safe in that respect.
Yeah.
As long as we don't get in their way.
Or mess up
Do
their
we know if anything has taken up
grounds.
residence? in
Uh,
Argynvost?
As a denizen of Barovia, you know nobody willingly approaches it because of the magic that is imbued in there.
And this has another of the relics we're supposed to find.
Yes.
Okay.
The only other thing I'm thinking is I wonder if we need to, or perhaps have Mr. Joshua check on Irina.
Ah, yeah, she's still around, isn't she?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
at the
important.
winery.
It's important that she's kept
Hey,
safe.
we can make some good wine again.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey. All right.
You know, you
Drop your
got-
stuff off.
Yeah, it's probably worthwhile as an interlude type of thing to have them drop the gem off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
What you guys going to do with the skull? Are you going to use it as a backpack?
If we can figure out how to control it in any way, I'd keep it around. I mean, it's a utility, if nothing else, and it's kind of neat, even if it's a little creepy.
Maybe Mordenkainen could figure out how to work it.
Well, yeah,
we
you
could
know
leave
what?
it
That
with
could be a gift
Mordekainen.
to him.
There we go.
There
That's
you
our
go.
gift to
Yeah.
him for all the help he offered.
A bit macabre, isn't it?
Oh, he's a wizard. He likes that sort of shit.
Yeah. She said he does. He does.
Okay.
I mean, if you can
See?
tell us how to use it, we'll use it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, gotta be kind of groovy. Or if he has a Tensor's floating disk, although I think he may have been like a competitor to Tensor, but yeah. They probably didn't like each other much. I will not
Yeah.
cast that
So
spell.
there's Mordekainen, there's Bigby, there's Tensor,
Melf.
Melf's Acid Arrow, yeah.
A lot of wizards in, well, a game that has wizards.
Oh, the Circle of Eight,
Kind of
right?
makes sense.
The Circle of Eight,
Yeah.
all of them.
So this guy was literally a wizard at the edge of the water or as a wizard of the coast?
Whatsy.
Come on, Noctra, one-liner. What are we going to end with?
So what's the difference between a poorly dressed man on a tricycle and a well-dressed man on a bicycle?
One wheel, but I don't get how the joke goes.
A tire.
Oh! Well, cool. And I think that'll wrap up this episode, and we can all say...
Bye,
Sayonara.
everyone.
Thanks for listening.
Penis.
There you go.
The preceding podcast was brought to you by One Joe Young. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com.